This is Mr. Menace, a user on MS Extra. I was wanting to show the fuel pressure transducer I have set up as a generic sensor, the problem it's having. The issue is the value it's displaying in Tuner Studio is ADC and not voltage. I assumed the pressure sensor was at fault. I've installed a high-end DC power supply set up as 2 volts. My pressure sensor is rated as 0 to 4 volts and 0 to 80 psi. I've set them up in Tuner Studio listed as -10 to 90, -69 to 621. You can see the gauges are showing up possibly in kilopounds, but that's actually ADC. But the fuel pressure, it's showing the same as that. Something else that's wrong, which is related, is it doesn't matter what you set the transformation up as. As you can see, we're changing it to various things. Raw to same as coolant. Hit the burn button down here, and these are staying the same thing. I immediately thought my version of Tuner Studio was funky. On my Windows XP desktop, I installed it. It shows the same thing. I then thought maybe it was a Tuner Studio problem, so I downloaded Shadow Dash. It shows the same thing as what this is showing. The last thing that I noticed that is maybe part of the problem is you can actually configure a fuel pressure gauge under fuel pump and pressure. That's what these two down here are. And they actually show the same thing. The fuel pressure 2 for PSI, its assumption is the gauge you set up is giving the information to it in kilopounds and just doing a conversion to the PSI. That's why it displays 60. If it was actually working, the pressure should be around 40, given 0 to 4 volts, approximately. If anybody has any questions or has any suggestions, please let me know. The computer is seeing the voltage that this DC power supply is sending out. I did check that this evening, so the computer should be receiving the same voltage. Thank you, and have a good night.